Hey, hi. Hi there. I saw you hand in your application form at the front desk earlier. You're new here. Oh, no need to be shy. We're all new here at some point. I'm sure you'll get comfortable in this place rather quickly. Trust me, everyone in the club will be happy to have you here. I'm Simon, by the way. Nice to meet you. What's your name? A very nice name. It suits you. Sorry, I forgot to ask. Do you know anyone here tonight? I don't want to take up your time and force myself onto you as some sort of personal tour guide if you're already meeting up with a friend. No? Then what brings you to the Cats Club? Most people sign up after someone recommends the place. It's still more of an insider's tip after all. Oh, really? Like a gift card? Oh, really nice of your friends to support you in such stressful times. What a thoughtful gift. And I think they may have had the right idea. The Cats Club can definitely help you gain back some energy. The cozy atmosphere, a hot drink at the cafe, and some snuggles might be just what you need. What do you mean? There aren't supposed to be any animals here. I'm honestly confused by your question. Cats? Oh. Oh gosh, did your friends tell you this was a cat cafe? That's pretty funny. I don't know how to tell you this, but I doubt you'll find a single kitty cat in here. CATS stands for Community Against Touch Starvation. In short, this is a cuddle club. Hey, don't be embarrassed, love. There's no need to turn all red on me. You thought this was one thing and it's another. It happens. Besides, I'm sure membership here is more expensive than a cat cafe. I'm surprised your friends didn't notice the difference. So it's on them. Really. You've already got the 1 year membership, and as far as I remember, it's non refundable. So you might as well get some use out of it. Come on, stay for a while, sweetheart. At least have a cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate, whichever you like. They're complimentary. If you leave now, you may never come back, and your subscription goes to waste. But I think you'll like it here if you get to know the other people a little bit. There's no pressure to get into any actual cuddles. If you don't want to, you can say no to anything you don't feel comfortable with. The club has a very strict rules when it comes to consent and respecting boundaries. Tell you what, how about I show you around the place and you make your decision afterwards, just to see whether you like the vibes and get a feel for what the club stands for. Would you be okay with that? Alright, let's get going. Where to start? You already saw the front desk area and the coat room, right? That's right. This right here is the main area, I'd call it. It's still a little early in the evening, so there's barely anyone here right now. Usually there's more people around. It's the ideal spot for chatting, hanging out, card games, and some light snuggles. If you follow me this way, you can see the cafe. The hot chocolate here is amazing. You should try it sometime. As you can see, there's different types of seating here. Bar stools, armchairs, couches, whichever you prefer. They reflect different levels of comfort with touch. Like, if you're on a bar stool, no one will attempt to snuggle you. They're not made for it. If you're on a couch, however, you get what I mean. Exactly. Now, if you look over there, you can find the private rooms down the hallway. Some people aren't comfortable with cuddling out in open and prefer a bit of privacy. That's what those are for. Unfortunately, you can only get in with a premium membership card these days, since the demand is rather high and there's only a few available. If you'd like to take a look at one of them sometime, I'd be more than happy to let you in though, free of charge. You just need to ask. Oh, and the fourth door there leads to the quiet room. It's open to all members, but like the name suggests, you have to be really quiet in there. It's meant for napping. Well, we've got one last stop on this tour if you're up for it. I promise it'll be worth it. Alright, just follow me up the stairs right here. I think you might really like it up there. It's perfect for anyone who's a bit shy. The lights are dim, so it's really cozy, and no one can see you blush. I'm joking, sweetheart. Relax. In all seriousness, though, this is my favorite part of the club as well. All the couches, soft pillows, and warm blankets. I've spent more days up here than I'd admit. How about we sit down and chat a little more? As I already told you, I think it'd be best to get to know some of the other members a bit. Why not start with me, right? Here, you take the couch and I'll pull up a chair. Don't worry, love, they're quite comfy. You can keep the couch to yourself. If you don't mind, how about I introduce myself a bit? All right, let's see. I joined the Cats Club the day it was founded, so I've been a member for just under 2 years. I'm close friends with the owner. That's how I found out about the club so quickly. I guess you haven't met him. His name is Aaron. He seems a bit intimidating, but you'll find he has a big heart. I'll admit, though, just like you now, I was a bit hesitant at first when he invited me. I initially only signed up to support Aaron's business ideals. Also, he was rather pushy about it. It took a while, but after some time, I realized he was trying to look out for me. Back then, I had just ended a long-term relationship, and the sudden lack of physical contact really got to me, especially since my love language is physical touch. I definitely wasn't ready for a new relationship at that point. I'd barely gotten over the breakup. So, the club gave me a healthy way to relieve some of my touch starvation, and I got to meet a whole lot of new people. In the end, I think signing up was the best choice I could have made at the time. What about you, sweetheart? You already told me you're going through a stressful time, and that's how you involuntarily ended up here. I guess what I'm trying to ask is, how comfortable are you with touch? Do you crave it at all? I assume so. Touch starvation is quite common nowadays. It's not easy to get that kind of affection outside of a relationship. Even if it's entirely platonic, it's seen as inappropriate most of the time. Well, apart from here, obviously, the Cats Club is a judgment-free zone. You can voice your needs freely here. It can be a bit awkward. Most members felt that way at first. Physical touch is a rather intimate gesture, after all. It requires a certain level of trust and consideration for one another. It's best to start small and work your way up to see where your boundaries lie. Well, it's a bit hard to explain the steps. It just sort of develops naturally, you know? If you'd like, I could try to show you. You'd be free to stop at any point if you're at all uncomfortable. I'm glad to hear you're willing to try. I'm surprised you warmed up to the idea of the Cuddle Club so quickly. It must have been quite a shock at first, I'd imagine. We can start by holding hands. You can lay yours in mine whenever you're ready, sweetheart. There you go. I'll just gently rub my thumb over the back of your hands. Feels good, right? It's a nice way to get acclimated with touch after being deprived of it for so long. How about we stay like this for a little while before moving on? We can keep getting to know each other in the meantime. I meant to ask you, if the promise of snuggling kitty cats was the reason you showed up in the first place, you must quite like them, right? I see. Leaving a pet behind can certainly take away the excitement of moving into your first apartment. I take it your childhood home is quite far away? Unfortunately, can't relate. I grew up in the city and never left for more than a couple of weeks for vacation. But yeah, that's the beauty of being human, isn't it? Everyone has different experiences. Speaking of experiences, how do you feel about this, love? Are you still comfortable? If so, would you like to go a step further? Not a big one, I promise. Very well. You can move your hands along my arms if you'd like, and I'll do the same to yours. I'd like you to start, sweetheart. You set the pace. Just like that, all the way up to your shoulders. Now run your fingers back down to my wrists. How does my skin feel against yours? It's nice, isn't it? I gotta say, sweetheart, you're very soft. I like how gentle your hands are. I'm glad you're enjoying this as well. I can tell you're already looking more relaxed than when I first met you near the entrance. You seemed a bit tense earlier. Really? Oh, you're too kind, sweetheart. I'm glad to hear I helped you be more comfortable. I was afraid I might have scared you off for a second. Would have been a real shame. You're a lovely person. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fluster you. It's true, though. I'd like to see you here more often. Oh, what would that condition be? Huh? Oh, no, no, no. It's not a problem at all. Of course you can sit on my lap. I'd love that, in fact. It's not an issue for me. I'm just surprised you suggested it. I didn't think you'd be ready to try it so soon. Come here, love. Sit down facing me. You're even cuter up close. Oh, where'd all that confidence go? You're blushing so much. It's okay, sweetheart. You don't have to look me in the eyes if you're feeling a bit shy. It's all right. If you'd like, you can rest your head on my shoulder. Of course, it's completely fine. Are you okay with me holding you like this? I could even play with your hair if you'd like. Here you go, sweetheart. Are you comfortable? Okay, let me know if it becomes too much. I want this experience to be nice and cozy for you. You know, love, it's been a while since I warmed up so quickly to a new member. If you're up for it, we can repeat this sometime soon. Sorry, sorry. I'm talking as if it's already over. Of course we don't have to stop yet. We can take as much time as you'd like. After all, I can feel how relaxed you are now, basically melting into my arms. You feel so warm, sweetheart. Let's just take a small nap like this. Just for a little while.